Hey guys, welcome back to Tibetan Circle Podcast, episode number 5. And I'm joined by Ngawang Rapten, aka Raptor. He won his first amateur bodybuilding show at CNBC Classic Physique Overall. In this episode, he will share his journey. To grasp the moments of our lives, skin pale blue, your lips shake like. How letting go of expectations shaped his approach. Oh, I can't move my fingers across your lips. And he will also talk about the importance of having a mentor or coach. Especially in bodybuilding. And more importantly, he will also talk about the importance of having a full-time job while pursuing the bodybuilding career. You don't want to miss this episode, and enjoy, guys.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
How you doing, Rapten?
good, man. How are you?
Good. Oh, can you put it horizontal?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There you go. Is it good?
Yeah, can you move it a little to your right?
It's in my right. Okay.
All right. All right. Perfect, man. All right. Give me a second. Oh. All right, man. Well, welcome back to Tibetan Circle Podcast, and I'm super excited to have Ngawang Rapten, aka Raptor, Barbell Fitness. Let's get it, guys. So, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for inviting me over here.
Yeah, man, absolutely, dude. So how's your post surgery? Like, how? Like, I just heard that I saw your Instagram, and I
Yeah.
saw that you did a surgery for your shoulder.
Not yet. Actually, I injured my shoulder like in January. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
happened. I didn't have any accident or any incident. But I just had a pain going on.
yeah.
So I was able to see surgeon on like around August, and I'm scheduled to have surgery in like 6 to 7 months. So I'm still waiting for surgery to be done. So most likely April 2025, I will get a surgery on my left shoulder. Yeah.
Wow. So do you know what happened, or did the doctor say, like, do you have a tort something, or is that
Um.
confirmed, or
Yeah. So basically, like I had like a small like bone fragment that came off from the head of humerus, and that bone fragment got stuck into like shoulder capsule
sure?
and it causing this inflammation. I asked him like why it caused it. He says so many athletes does have this kind of issue. However, normally it doesn't stuck in a capsule, but I got very unlucky that it's stuck in a capsule. So every time I move my shoulder, that bone like start rub around the ligaments and labrum stuff like that, causing like inflammation and swelling like that. But he said it's not an emergency surgery, so that's why the waiting time is so long. So I have to
Yeah,
wait a year and a half to get fixed.
yeah.
That's a problem, yeah. So
Dude, do you remember like when you had the pain, like were you working out doing shoulder or chest, whatever? Like, do you remember exactly the date, or is just a gradual?
No.
thing that
Not
you it
really.
happened?
Yeah. It happened like I wouldn't say gradually. Like I remember going to the gym on December 31st, and I was talking to my coach, like Paulin.
Yeah, Pauline,
So
I know of
yeah.
the.
So we pick a show which we planning to do in July, which is like a Berry national show. We're super excited, and we're about to do a national show in August. I was ready to go in January. We were about to start our like cleaning phase, diet down. I was really excited. Next day I woke up, like I just have a weird like muscle pain. I thought it's a small issue, so I went to get a massage, seeing like a physiotherapist. I thought it's a small issue, but the pain was not going away. And I was like, oh, I feel like it's a bigger issue than that. So I've been running around trying to get the answer. Like I just wanted to answer. So it happened like suddenly. But yeah, so that's the
Yeah,
yeah.
because I was just wondering, like, because like when you're working out, like doing shoulder press or something, like all of a sudden, like something happens, you can feel it, right? Like if something happens
Yeah.
sudden, or like I thought it was like because I've seen so many like videos where people do like bench press and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and you see the freak accident, they're like, oh shoot, should I do the bench press or like I just
I
I was
like
just curious. It
yeah,
wasn't
nothing
like
like that.
a
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, no, I was just wondering if it's like one of those incidents, but thank God it's not like the freak accident. It's just part of your, I guess it just accumulate
Yes, all the time.
probably,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Usually I'm super careful. Like I train very smart. Like I do like proper warm up. I lift weight properly. I've been doing that for a while. And I'm very careful with my shoulder health as well. But I just got unlucky. Sometimes I wish like accident happened because I at least I get a medical treatment right away. I should be
yeah,
but this is very annoying. Like, I can go to gym still, but I cannot give like 100%, right? And then also like you have to wait for the surgery to be done, but you're waiting for a long time, and then it just sometimes you lose some motivation, right? Like, okay, what's the point of going to gym? Because I'm gonna get surgery done, then I'm gonna lose some muscle. But
yeah,
that's the problem with it. But I'm okay with it. So
yeah. Since it's a shoulder, you must have got like big legs now, right? Because you're probably training just legs all
actually,
day.
I thought in that case, but unfortunately, like a lot of people don't realize, like shoulder is like such an important, like joints, right? Like, because
Yeah.
I thought I can train legs hardly, but the problem was like when you have a shoulder pain, you can't even do squat properly because you have to put your elbow so your mobility is gone. So you're very
Yeah.
limited for leg training as well, and you shouldn't be going too heavy because I made a mistake. Like, oh, now I injured my shoulder, I'm gonna go heavy in legs. The problem was your whole like body, but like your whole like body mechanism has changed, right? So you can't go too heavy because it's not the same thing anymore. So I had to be very careful with that as well. Also I can't train arms properly because of shoulder thing as well. So but I'm getting a little bit better. I'm doing a lot of like physiotherapy, massage, and things like that. So
So just to go back, like, so were you on the off season, right? I saw your transformation like after the show, and
yeah.
you look like like the bear that you showed on Instagram, like
Yeah.
big, huge. Like how much you gained like after the show? Like I saw the show, it
uh,
was
so I did a show, my first show in like April 2023. So I was weigh like 139 pound. So I don't know how much in kilo. Like that's very like lean. So
yeah.
after show I gained
You said
about
139 pounds
yeah one thirty
like
nine
on the
pound.
show.
Yeah,
Wow.
on the stage I was 139, and after show and like peak off season I got to around 175 pound. Yeah. So December when I did a full off season, I was 175 pound, like good 175 pound. Yeah.
Good 175 pounds. Wow.
That's
So
that's like
first of all, congratulations on the competition. Was that on CPA? Was that in Canada?
yeah,
Men's
CPA. So
physique?
that's like yeah, CPA it's like in state they call it NPC, right? So it's the same.
Yeah.
It comes under like same like
Oh,
IFBB.
I see.
Yeah, we call it
It's like
CPA.
an NBC version of in
Yeah,
Canada is called
yeah,
CPA.
exactly. Yeah, but it's the same.
So
You can if you are CPA, like you can go to state and compete in NPC. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's an amateur show. Yeah.
yeah, that's nice, man. So what dude, I forgot about it. It's been a long time. So I think I probably saw your Instagram, but I don't remember like how was the show? Like take me through the show. Like you got super shredded and like how like is it your first show or
That's my
like
first show, actually. Yeah, that's my first show. First time in my life.
yeah.
So I don't even remember what happened during the show, to be honest. Like because so taking to the show, like
No, you
I,
can
I
go through the process like how the like you don't have to go like during the show you don't have to go specific because it's super intense. You're doing it first time, but
yeah.
how like take me through the process probably 3 weeks before the show, like how all it started. Maybe a month. How about say a month? Let's say
Yeah.
you about
So
to do the show.
yeah, so I know, like so in Tibetan community, like we don't have a lot of like bodybuilders, right? To who
Yeah.
competes. There's only few of them who actually competes, as passion, as hobby, you can call it whatever. But so a lot of people have no idea. Like when you go to the show, showtime, usually we prep for 3 months, 4 months. So that's what we call like 16 weeks out, which is 14 weeks out. So we count by weekly, right? So normally you need 3.5 months or 4 months of preparing for the show, right? So I started prepping. First of all, I met my coach, Paulin. I'm sure you guys know. He's in New Mexico. So when I was very overweight before even doing show. After COVID, not having access to gym, so I was just overweight. And I remember Paulin used to text me, you have a great structure. If you ever want to compete, let me know. I said sure. So, but I never had the mentality, get like, doing the show because I know it's gonna be very hard. I'm aware about those things. It would take a lot of time away from your family, from your job. It's all like it's a lot of work. And so I said, okay, for sure. One day I was overweight. I was unhappy with how I look, and I said, hey, Paulden,
Yeah.
I need to lose weight, and also I want to compete. Now it's about time. And I sent him picture a year and a half before the show, a year and a half, and
Was
he
that
saw my pic.
2020, 2021, 2020 or
2021,
2020?
2021, yeah, when the gym started open, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go all in this time. Like I'm gonna be successful what I'm doing. So I text Paul. Then we connect. He said, let's lose some weight. So 8 months, yeah, we lose weight slowly. He helped me to lose a lot of amount of weight in a slow and in a steady way. And then he said, "Okay, now you're looking very good." So we did like not even off season. Like we eat a little bit more food for 3 months. And I remember 2023 January, mid January, he said, "Let's do a show." I said, "Let's go." So we start the prep in
So
mid January. Yes, mid January.
so when you were overweight, like how much you weighed, and then you did the program with Paulden, like
So
how
when
much you went down.
So when I first met Paulden, I was 178 pounds, like no muscle. I was pretty bad shape,
Yeah,
not a good
okay.
shape. Yeah, I was not. I was going to the gym, but it was more likely 45-minute session quickly. And then I was drinking, I was eating outside a lot of food, a very like not a healthy way, I would say. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, one
Okay.
second. The light
Oh,
on.
yep, it's all right.
I'm at
Yep, it's an automatic thing.
yeah. So I was like around like 175, I believe. So that time I was 175. So we cut down to like 155. We call recom, right? You try to lose body fat slowly, and try to preserve as much as muscle you can. So we did that, and after that, we built from there. So I reached to 165 at the um, end of the starting of the prep. I was 165 pound. Yeah.
And then you guys decided to do a show with from Coach Paulden.
Yes, so I I started to do a show in plan to do show in January. So and I wasn't looking that good, to be honest. I didn't believe in myself. I was like, damn, I look horrible. But the Paladin had a vision, he actually believed in me. He's like, don't worry.
Because he has done
And
it before, so
yeah, he has a lot of experience,
yeah.
right? He's been in the game for a long time, and I don't pretend like I know everything. If I don't know, I said, please help me. So he said he sent me a whole meal plan. This is what you're gonna eat. This is what you're gonna do. I said perfect. And I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I talked to a couple of bodybuilders, like non-Tibetan, like for guidance. They said, stop asking too many questions to other people. You follow one person that you actually trust, which is your coach, right? That's why you hire them. That's why you ask for help, and then whatever they ask you, just do it. So I was like, makes sense. And I'm a very disciplined guy when it comes to like, if I really if I truly have passion for it. So I said, okay, let's do it. I stopped asking question. I just did it, and weekly I look better and better. Like by week, I can see changes in my body, and I was like, and by the 1 month away from show, I was like, damn. I was like, I can't believe that's me in the mirror. Like, and I can see like I was like, what is that?
Yeah, who's that person,
So
man? Shredded, 1% body.
like
Oh,
I did not believe how I look.
yeah.
But Pauline always has a vision, and it has, so yeah, so just following the plan and believing what
Then
what just put it out for you.
yeah, then 1 month out, you look really good, and then you like, how's the process? You go to. So by the way, where you live in States, right?
No, I live in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, Toronto. Okay,
Yeah.
so you go to the show. Where is that? Where's that? Is is that in Toronto as well?
Yeah, students in Toronto as well. Yeah.
So you
So
go drive there and like how's like walk me through the process
so
of
so
the show.
before the show, like obviously as I was speaking during the January and stuff when I was doing the show, like so there's an Instagram, right? Like hosted by the show promote show promoter, and I see a bunch of people like they have a sponsor, like they have a coaches, but me and Paulin, nobody knows Paulin at that time, right? And then I did not get much response from like people as like threat, and also I never thought I'm gonna win the show. To be honest, I didn't want to place last. That's my goal. I just want to I just want to make other people feel that I belong on that stage on that time. That was my goal, not to win anything. As I mentioned, at 4 weeks out, people just following me and like, oh shit, you're doing this show, and they start, people start giving me compliment from even from other competitors, like you're looking amazing, you're gonna win. So that really boosts my confidence. Going to the show, honestly, I went by myself. I did not invite any friends, not my family, because I really want to go by myself. Because family is a bit tough because I'm wearing like bodybuilding posing trunk. It's very
Yeah.
something my family not used to. And they know my mom and my dad, they think I was sick because I was so lean, my face like all sunk in.
Oh
So I
yeah.
do, yeah. So and they don't understand about the sport. So I was like, I'm going to do a show. I told my mom and dad, I'm gonna go by myself, and do everything by myself. And because that's what I did. I just went by myself. I got the taxi, went to the show. We have to reach there a day earlier because there's a meeting, and they give you like your number. They take pictures. You have to do tanning. So I stay in a hotel one night over there by myself. It was good. Just
And like, were you nervous like when you're sleeping at your hotel? Like you're, oh shoot, that's your first. I mean, obviously first show, and there's so
yeah.
many excitement for you. You want to do it, and it's right there. Like, is that like how's the night before? I mean, day before the show. Like, you nervous? You excited? Like, how's your feeling going through the show?
Uh,
Like,
The nervous, honestly, I wasn't nervous at all because at that time I didn't expect to win. Nobody knows who I am, and so I didn't have the pressure on me, right?
yeah.
So I was
Were you
enjoying it.
excited?
Yeah, I was very
Okay.
excited because I remember going to get a tan. I was just smiling, and then I told the lady who was giving me a like spray tan. I told
Yeah.
her like, oh my God, my dream came true. Finally, like I'm confident being like, getting the tan done because I always look up to a lot of bodybuilders, right? I see their YouTube and they getting it done. So me getting the same thing, I was just happy. Like I was not really nervous. I was just excited to get on stage. Yeah.
Dude, man, how was the feeling when you like won the show? Like, I mean, not that you expected to win or you just had, I mean, that's your first show ever and you just win the show.
Feeling wise, like it was shocking for me to win like overall championship, and I received another like award, like a bunch of awards. So honestly, when they call my name, I said, "Are you calling me?" And they say, "Yes, you." And they keep calling me. And they give me a nickname too. I remember they call me like Giant Killer, like because I'm like shorter, and a lot of people like some competitors are very tall and big, so they call me Giant Killer. That was my nickname on the stage. And when I won the show, I actually did not believe like I actually won the show. I was just smiling and happy. They just gave me a trophy, and they asked me to take a picture. I forgot about it, and honestly, I didn't even like expect like it gonna turn this way. And it was my first show in my life, like, and then winning things like that. I was just happy.
Dude, that's amazing, man. So I want to take back to the day that you kind of decided. Like you said you were having parties, you having a good time, whatever you were doing at that time, and then you decided to take it seriously. Like, what do you think that's made you like change your mindset, like from just being a regular person to be fully dedicated to bodybuilding and just giving you all. Like you remember, I remember you saying that. Like so, like you didn't say the reason, but like, can you go? What is the main reason do you think that's driving you to bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding. I feel like I did not start bodybuilding for like health reason or anything like that. Honestly, I was just overweight for many years, and then when I start before bodybuilding, I was unhappy with how I look. Like when I get up in the morning, I was like, damn, I look horrible. Then I start eating again. I feel better. And then I go to gym. I made all the mistake like all the beginners make. I do like fasting. I do like low carb diet. This keto diet. I try everything, and I did lost weight. But I would never be successful. Like it's always inconsistent with me, but I feel like I'm trying it, but I wasn't doing it properly. And so I was just not happy with how I look. And then as the time I go to gym, like whenever I go to gym, I can see every day that I'm getting better. The progress in the gym, you can see it. From your eyes. You can get strong, not just physically, like you get stronger, right? Mentally, you get better too. Because if somebody call me like fat right now, I would laugh. Like I was like, "What are you talking about?" There's no way I feel that way anymore, right? Because my mentality has been changed. Even during the like when I was doing off season, I knew I was like getting a little bit like chubby because off season you get chubby, and someone, oh,
Yeah.
you look a little bit weight. I was like, I know, but like I know what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing for other people anymore. I'm doing for myself. I want to get better. So it just teach you like importance of. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It's just how you perceive, like yourself. And the bodybuilding, the reason why I love it is because it's like everything you do by yourself, right? Coaches you can hire the best coach in the world. They give you the diet, they give you the exercise, but if you don't do it, like you get zero result, right? And then once, like it's a very self-driven, right? So when the coaches give you meals, it's you have to like complete the plan, complete the all the tasks the coach has given to you. Only you can know you cheat on diet, only you can know whether you give 100% in gym. I really love the idea. It's like self-driven, right? And the also like I was like back in the days I used to play soccer, like football a lot. So to play soccer, I have to wait for so many people to play soccer. Like I have to wait for three or four, five, six people to play. It takes away a lot of time from me. And the soccer was like huge important to me before to stay in shape. So when I got into like school, it was hard for me to play soccer because everybody's going to school. It's hard to meet a certain time. So bodybuilding, I realized that I can go to gym anytime I want. I don't have to wait for anybody, right? It's just amazing. I can go to gym at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. whenever I want. And effort I'm giving is like if I'm giving 100%, I'm gonna get the result back. I don't have to rely on anybody. So that was very nice for me. Like it teach me a lot of things. Like cooking skill got better too. You're doing like the switch out way. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just get better. And then in terms of connection with people, I met a lot of people just from bodybuilding. And sometimes I post a lot of video on the Instagram. Like I don't even care about whether people like it or not. It doesn't matter to me when I post it, and I get a lot of message from like a lot of people like, "Hey, you inspire me to go to gym. Thank you very much." And I didn't even realize that. So I just like it. It's like a self-driven sport. Um, you do it. It helps you physically, mentally, a lot of things in your life, and it keeps you to the ground. So
Yeah, that's true. Because, dude, I see your Instagram and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to gym now. Like it really, you inspired me a couple of times. Like I'm not gonna like that because when I start training and I see your poses, I'm like, oh, this guy is literally working and he wants to do whatever he wants to do. He want to post it 20
yeah,
stories. He wants to do it.
yeah,
He'll do it, and it just inspires me. Like
yeah.
so you said you like before you had the show. I mean, not many people know about you. Then you start doing the show like a couple weeks before the show. You got getting like all the likes. I mean, not the likes, but like people reaching out to you, and you
Yeah.
start getting noticed. Like, what's the difference? Like when you be like before you do the show, and now you wait. I mean, now you already won the show. Like, is there any like I mean, you obviously said it. You got so many receptions. People
Yeah.
sent you message. Like, what is the main thing that changed? Do you think it's changed
The main thing I would say
after winning the show? Yeah.
after winning the show, I'll be very honest with you. Like after winning the
Yeah.
show, I think I did spoke with my coach Pauline about it because
Yeah.
before we did the first show, I was enjoying bodybuilding more because I had zero expectation, right? I
Yeah.
had zero expectation. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to the show. I go to gym, eat my meals. Let me place. I hope I don't place last, and I enjoy it. After the show, I meet a lot of people, and I started to put expectation on myself. Like next time for the show, I can't play second place. I have to win. I have to win another show. I have to go to national, and it's hard to win. I didn't expect to win national, but I knew I'm gonna place top three. That was my goal. So that was the problem. I put that so much expectation on myself. And I already have like a good like discipline minded. I even made it worse. Like I was like so focused on bodybuilding, and that wasn't good for me because I wish like I could have just take a step back, like enjoy life a little bit more instead of just saying like this is the only goal I have. And that wasn't good. It makes me feel more pressure in the gym. Even when I go to gym, like back in the days, like if the lat pull is not working, I said I don't care, I'll do some dumbbell work. And now after winning the show, I have full gym because I
Yeah.
was going back for back day. I'll go to like certain gym because they have this specific equipment for leg day, this specific equipment. I was doing all those sort of things, and that takes up a lot of time. Also, not enjoying it much as I was before. So that's something I really realized it, and if I did the show this year, if I placed second, I'll be very upset. But before, that's a huge difference for me. So something I realized after I got injured, I realized, maybe I should have just relax, step back, and then do slowly. So something, yeah, I would say more pressure. Something I put it on myself.
Yeah. So how do you deal with those expectation and like pressure? Like you have to perform it because people, I mean, you got so many messages and people uh, I mean, they inspired by you and they look for you to perform it. Like, so when that happened, like, are you saying like uh, you just try to be you. I mean, I guess that's how it started, right? You just having a good time, working out,
Yes.
obviously taking it seriously. Like when somebody sends you a message, right? Like when they say, "Oh, you inspired me to do this," really send you a wholesome message. I mean, you probably have I mean, you're probably thinking, "Oh, they have some expectation of you because they think highly of you." So how do you like deal with those expectations and pressure? You just,
Uh, it's just I would say like so when I get a message like that, some like from India too, a lot of from India too, like a lot of Tibetan
yeah.
India. When they call me Cho too, it's like very respectful, and I was like, damn,
They
like
call you Joe.
yeah, they call me Cho, and they ask me help, and I try my best. Like obviously, I have a very busy like life here too, and so I try my best. I cannot help 100%, but I like small guidance that I can do as much as I can. But other than that, like first, it's very flattering. Like when they send me a message, I inspire them, things like that. But that was never my goal, right? My goal was to just do my own thing and post a journey, and then the ripple effect, right? And then when they send message like this, I was like, oh, like I'm so happy, like I'm capable of do that, and I'm always be grateful about those things, right? And sometimes I wish I can do more, but it's not also good as well. Now like I'm not being true to myself, and now I'm trying to, like try to inspire people, became a goal which has never been mine,
Yeah,
right? So that's
yeah,
and then you try to live up to that standard, then you kind of stay away or moving away from being yourself now, because now you're doing bodybuilding, and you're trying to achieve something bigger because I'm gonna inspire even more people, so that's what happened. So and then my goal became shifted from doing a bodybuilding show towards I remember telling to some of my friends like, yo, I'm gonna get my pro card in like 5 years, and I'm gonna be the first Tibetan to win that. So that was the mentality I had, and I before it was good. Now I wish I didn't think in that way. Now I'm like setting that kind of bar, so that was my mistake. So something I reflecting on that, I should have just say, oh, let me do another show, do it better than last time, and just enjoy it. And it happens, right? So a sudden expectation that I put on myself, and whether it's realistic or not, I'm not sure. But I should have just chill and
Y-
just do
yeah.
one step at a time. Yeah,
Dude, obviously, I mean, I can tell you love bodybuilding and Paulden, and also Jamyang as well. Like I follow Jamyang physique,
yeah,
and it's like not many people know about this. Like chess player and bodybuilder are the same kind of realm that I see. Because like you work your whole life, and you could be a professional, and you don't make that much money. Like that could be the
exactly,
reality. People don't realize it. Just because you got like so many followers, like and all the stuff that comes with with the with the with the job, but that doesn't mean that it pays you well. Like I follow some bodybuilders and I follow some podcasts, and they because I was into like working out and stuff back a couple years ago, and I still love like working out, and I follow chess as well. So like always see them like kind of similar, like chess. Like you can be a professional, but you still not necessarily make that much money. But
exactly,
most people do it because just because they love them.
exactly. Yeah.
Like yeah. So like, do you have any advice for like somebody who wants to be like, let's say a Tibetan, just because it's a Tibetan Circle podcast,
Yeah.
and you like they want to be a bodybuilder? Like, do you think they should like what would you like? They want to make money as well, like, and they want to be a bodybuilder. Not like crazy money, but like live comfortable life.
Confident in life. Well, I'm not in that stage, well, to explain,
Yeah,
um, but I that's my like opinion. Like when you think that you want to get into bodybuilding because there's some money in it, if you feel like, oh, I'm gonna get big, get muscular, do a show, I'm gonna make money. If you basing if you go into bodybuilding basing on those factors, you won't be successful because your mindset is purely wrong because you thinking there will be money, right? But if your mindset is like, hey, I love doing this and I would love to do it, whether it pays me or not, and those people are more successful. And if you look at like so many bodybuilders like successful, like like there are so many famous bodybuilders in the Middle East, even in India, right? And some of them they have nothing when they're starting. They just start whatever they have, and they don't even think about money. They just wanna get better, and they just love it. And they're working full-time job, some of them, and they're just climbing the stair. And because even some of the job, they're getting good pay, and they're still doing bodybuilding because they love it so much, and they become successful in the end, right? So if you're thinking in that way, honestly, like chance of you getting successful in bodybuilding is very like small because you're gonna give up because being like I'm natural. Like if you go into like bigger route, they involve like anabolic and stuff like that. Those are expensive. It's so food are
Yeah.
expensive, anabolic is expensive. Not just anabolic. Like once you take anabolic, you have to do a lot of health checkup. Like blood work done. Your cardiac check, liver check. Those require money. It's not cheap. It's a luxury sport. It's not just like you can get a steroid or do whatever you want. Like it
Yeah.
involves a lot of things, right? So that's why I would say, like, if you go into bodybuilding, any sport, not just bodybuilding, anything you want in life, if you're doing with a passion, the chance of you getting success is much higher than you thinking there's a money in there. So that's what I would say, right? And in terms of bodybuilding, that there are some like people that I know that make a living comfortably out of it, because they love it so much. I know a couple like people, they do online coaches because they love the process of like bodybuilding, right? And that is off. My I
Is
need to
that a
turn on.
clap? Maybe it's a clap.
There you go. Yeah.
Yo, you
Okay.
know what? Dude, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No worries.
I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
Dude, sorry about that.
It's okay. It's
I had
okay.
to use the restroom.
You have to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot
man.
what I
So
was talking about.
yeah, so like if somebody wants to do it, like if it's not for money, there's like let's say if there's no money and they're like somebody really loves it, like they're super young, they're like, oh, I love bodybuilding. What
Yeah.
would what would be your one thing that means like I mean that's you think that's just good advice.
Good advice, like always make sure you obviously go to school. You cannot,
Yep.
yeah, go to school and always know that bodybuilding, treat bodybuilding as a hobby, have a passion for it. And then obviously go to school and uh, once you have a job, always use your income from the job. You can fuel your passion, right? So always make sure that you do good in school, whatever you do, get a job, and that way you can pursue your passion. That's what I always feel like. I went to nursing school when I was like 24, and I could have competed that time. I did not. I barely go to gym that time because but although I love bodybuilding that time, I watched all the bodybuilding show. I said I can't afford all the food I have to eat, so I have to make sure I finish my school. Got a job at 26, 27, I believe. Then I start doing a show. Now I can at least afford those things, right? So yeah. So make sure you treat it as a hobby. Don't pressure yourself too much into it. Just do as much as you can. And I feel like because of the social media, you see a lot of kids are more exposed to a lot of influencer, right? Like so they take all this anabolic, and the bar went so high now. They're like some of the 21, they look like 35 years old, and they're like, oh my God, he looked like this. I need to be look like him. And then they're just not happy with how they look, right? So focus on your own journey, do every small step over the time. It will be more effective than you going all out at once and then burn out in the end, right? So small step at a time and be patient and yeah, treat it as like treat it like any other sport. Don't treat it like your main job. That's what I would say, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Like you do a full time plus you work out 5 times a day. That's like
Yeah.
a lot of days. You probably do like probably at least an hour That's like for most people, because I try to do 5 days a week, and I talk
Yeah.
with people who have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Like some people think that having a full-time job is like super difficult. Like it just that just takes
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
Now you got the people who can do a bodybuilding on the side. That's a lot of
Yeah.
commitment, you know. Like if you don't like it, I probably think that
Yeah. Yeah.
most people will quit.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
I was working full time, leading to the show. Like 1 week out, I was so hungry, so tired. And I work as a nurse in mental health unit too, right? And imagine like exposed patient are like either they're depressed, they're going through crisis, dealing with them while you're died down. So like
Yeah.
it was tough, but but those are things I enjoy, right? Like I was super focused and nothing bothers me at that time. I April was my birthday at that time. I went to gym doing my cardio on my birthday. I wasn't sad about it. I was like, damn, like I had to do what I had to do. And Tibetan New Year, Losar, like my mom made a momo and stuff like that. I was like, no, I don't want it because I have my goals. So something like that. And once you passes all these small, uh, tasks, and once you did the show, you'd be so happy, like, oh, finally I achieved that. So yeah, that's how I would say. So it
Would
is
you say
tough.
like, yeah, would you say like you're the person like once you decided you're gonna do everything right and you just try to do everything right or because I remember like I would say like I would do like cardio every day, but I would like for 30 minutes I would do like if I promise myself I'm gonna do 30 minutes cardio and I would do like
Yeah.
25, I'm like, all right, that's good enough. That's what I would think. For like is that like because some people they can do like on the click, like once they switch their mind and they just
Yeah.
do everything like precisely and like perfectly, whatever they promised, they made it up. Like, are you like,
Yeah.
because you did the bodybuilding and you like change your diet, you have to follow the specific food, specific workouts. Like, is that a switch or is that a gradual? You think
I
it's a
I
gradual?
for me, as I was starting, it was like gradual. There's a lot of like, you know, doing for 3 days and failing it and then restarting
Yeah,
again. When I first, doing the weight loss journey, there's a lot of like up and down. As the time goes, I got better, and when I decided to do a show, it was like a switch. Okay, okay, this is it. I'm done with it. So I have to prep now. So now it became a switch now. As a starting, it's hard to have the mentality. It's not that
yeah,
easy, and people who
yeah,
saying, yeah, I have to switch right away, they're all lying to you. All the influencers you see on Instagram, they do a lot of before they take video, they do like all the sauna to remove the water weight. They put like baby oil to make their body look shiny. They're all lying. Nobody looks like that 24 hours, right? So I'm being honest with you. Like for me, there's no switch when I first started. There's a lot of fails. I'll do diet for 4 days and I'll give up on fifth day, then I'll keep doing it, right? So, but I learn from it, and as you learn, you realize like what you need to work on, and then as the
yeah.
time goes, I got better. Now I'm much better now. Like now, weight loss is so easy for me. Putting on weight is so easy. Like I can do very quickly, and no issue with it
Did you
now.
tell did you did you tell a coach when you were like missing out cardios and like missing out
No, I
meals,
never, I,
or you
I
just
never missed once. Like for
okay
4 month, four
for
month.
the show?
Yeah, 4 month for prepping the
Wow.
show. I never miss any single thing. I did not even take a bite of chips, like none. Some competitors that I know that they break out, they eat the chips and they do cardio to balance it out. I never did
Yeah.
it. I was like, no, like if I cheat on diet, my coach wouldn't know, right? How are you gonna know?
Yep.
But
Exactly. Yeah.
only person would know is me. Like when I get on stage and if I look horrible, and I knew I made a mistake, So I'd never cheat or anything like that. So I was very consistent for 4 months. So, but other than that, yeah, I talk to my coach comfortably. I explain to him if I have some problem, he always be there for me, help me out. Other than that, we don't talk much, to be honest. When we do like
Yeah.
dieting, he give me some meals. I said, okay, see you next week. That's it. I just do it. I send a picture, update. He's like, oh, and him too. Like he doesn't tell me like, oh, like Like he give me feedback, but not like hype me up, nothing like that. It's very honest. Good job. Let's do one more week to go, and then I remember on the day of the show, he sent me long like voice message, like how proud he is, blah blah, and that kind of like give me so much confidence. I like, yeah, so normally, yeah, he tell me to do this, I just do it. I don't ask, I don't ask much, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah, man. How do you like? I mean, obviously you did it all, like it
yeah,
takes,
from
I mean, for you, I mean, you did all the work and obviously coach helped you. Like how much do you think like having a good coach is really important for you if you're pursuing bodybuilding? Like people don't realize that. Like people
yeah,
think that you can just do it all by yourself. Maybe some people they can, but like you need a second eye. Like you looking at physique. Like you look at the mirror, like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit. I mean, like everybody is self-judgmental. I'm like, oh, I look like shit. And then next person, like you go out and they're like, people, oh, you look amazing. People tell
yeah,
you, but
yeah,
it's like perception, like you have, like you don't. How do you judge a physique? Like, I mean, obviously you need a second eye. That's what I think. Like from my experience, I don't have any experience in bodybuilding, but I listening to podcasts and like talking to people.
yeah.
Like I have some pros that I talked with at local gyms, and having a second eye is like super important. That's what the everybody says. So like what's your take on the having a good coach like Paulden?
Yeah. So I feel like like for me, like, I never had a coach in my life. Pauline was the first one ever coached me. So before I was listening to, just like you mentioned, I listened
Yeah,
to all the podcasts and pro bodybuilders. So for me, like having coach like super important, not just like you don't
yeah,
look coach for credential. People look, oh, this coach had this amount of work done, so I'm gonna go to him. You never look for that, You always look for coach that the coach who actually really believes in you, like something. I know you very well, what you've been through, he knows about your lifestyle, everything, and truly believes that you can do it. And then that was a special relationship me and Shabalden have always been. I've been following for a long time, and even I was not lifting much, he always messaged me like, "Oh, good job, encouragement." I even asked for a lot of advice before how to grow upper chest. He told me to go a little bit wider for upper chest. I did that for like 2 months. My chest, upper chest got bigger. So like things like that. So I really believes him like so much, and also he does to me, right? So that's a trust is very important. You need to trust your coach 100%. In terms of how much effect for me, a good coach is 100%. Like it's 100. You have to give 100, and coach has to give 100, right? So impact, then you'll see the proper result. Um, and you already mentioned like having a second eye is very important in bodybuilding because your mind plays game, right? Because what happened is like either for me, my problem was when I even 2 weeks out, I thought I was not ready. Like damn, I look horrible, man. I like I need to get leaner. Although I know I'm shredded, but I need to get leaner. I need to, like, am I too small now? Do I need to eat more carbs to get bigger? So your mind plays this game with you, and your coach will guide you in that during that time. And you don't have to keep thinking like, if you don't have a coach, you keep thinking like, should I eat more rice? Should I eat this meat? That's a lot of work, especially if you're doing a show, right? And I seen going to show where some people don't have a coach and they are so nervous, and where they're eating like bunch of rice to like get bigger in the stage, where some of them not even in shape and they just listening to other people, like, so those are things. Also your health, when you do like bodybuilding, you getting so shredded, it does impact
yeah,
your health as well, even your natural. You're getting dehydrated, your kidney gets impacted, your liver enzymes are messed up too when you get so shredded. So you can't just hand it over to someone you don't trust. You have to give it to, like, probably I trust him, he's not going to jeopardize my health, so I have to, so those are things that are very important for me. As I mentioned, trust is very important. Believing in each other, like skill set, those are important too, right? So just, yeah, for me, coach is very important. Even for lifestyle, some people, it's not just for bodybuilding, of course. Some people, like people who trying to lose weight for like I know someone been asking me for 5 years hasn't lost weight, and I don't blame them, right? Because they have so many questions, and they're trying to lose weight. And some people give advice, like, oh, do a fasting, intermittent fasting, and they do it, it's not working. And someone says do a keto diet, and they're just going bouncing back and forth and not able to get the result that they should, right? So, and especially in Tibetan community, like, you know when you hire a trainer or when you hire a coach, you have to pay money, right? But it's not like you're not wasting money, you're investing it, right? So what you're doing is when you invest money in trainer, you invest money in coaches, hire for 3 or 6 months, whatever you need to, but you have to realize they're not going to be with you forever. So you try to learn as much as you can from that person, right? And later on you can imply that throughout your life, when you turn 30, 40, when you want to lose weight, you can do it for yourself. So you're learning. So when you don't do that, what happens is you try to look for answer, you everywhere, you can't get the answer because every plan, every exercise, everyone's different. Everyone react different to different things, right? So it's a thing in investment, right? Like you can hire a trainer. I seen people going to gym first day and they're doing deadlift like heavy, and cause they saw on Instagram to do. So those are not good ideas. Like you can hire a coach or trainer for 2 session, even 2 session, and in 2 session you can do upper body day and lower body, and learn from them. Ask as much as question you have. Because you're paying them, right? Learn it, and that's it. And then you can, as you go, you can learn. You'll be much safer for you as well. So I would say learn as much as you can from other people, and always reach out to someone who has done it before. So you can always ask them and try it first. If it's not working, then try something else. So yeah.
Dude, since you said like there's not many Tibetan bodybuilders in the community, I mean obviously Paulden, and you got Jamel, who I think who won the NPC, right? Or
Jamyang,
he
yes, yeah.
competed.
Yeah, Jamyang did NPC show. Yeah.
Did
Jama
he
is right
won?
there. He's for me. Like first
Yeah,
of all, I'm very honored you called me here, and then I saw
yeah,
your podcast, and I see you calling champagne, like champagne, right? Sure, champagne.
yeah,
So like I
yeah.
see a
Same
lot of
victims.
people like
Yep.
yeah, yeah. So I follow him too. He makes a lot of film, and I see a lot of like famous people. And you invited me. I was like, oh, what did I do? You know what I mean? So for me, like in terms of like bodybuilding, I'm like least. Like Jamyang is the highest caliber we have at this moment. So he's I would say right now is the best like
Dude, man,
like
that's
we have.
amazing. Well,
Like I
how
mean
like
I'm being honest with you. Like if
yeah.
like people can't compare me and Jamyang. Like we're like I'm like baby in front of him. So people need to realize he's in the game way longer than me. Amazing
Oh,
physique. And like someone I feel like if someone can win the pro card, that's him. Like, it's amazing physique. He's been working hard for a long time, and I seen him competing. They used to go Tibet Fitness. I remember him on the picture, and I thought, damn, he looks good. And now I saw him like complete different person. Like so he's highest caliber we have in the Tibetan. Also
dude.
in India too, Tenzin Gym. I forgot his name. There's one person he did a Himachal something show in Arunachal. Chopalden knows,
Yeah,
so he's up there. Palden, they're in the game for a long time. Yeah, but
yeah,
we are
dude.
not just local show. Yeah.
Come on, man. It's an honor to have you, man. Dude, I started the podcast and I'm like, because I always wanted to start a podcast, and I've seen like all those Tibetan like main media like doing like inviting people. And I followed you and I follow Jamia as well, but I've seen you like the progress that I like from you. Like that's why I was so curious. Like, oh, this guy is legit. But I don't know the difference between what NPC. I don't know the NPC is a national uh show, and I didn't know the
NBC.
intricacies of like yeah,
Yeah. So NBC is like it's a region like NBC and CPA. It's a basically same thing. It's different country, but it falls under the same thing, IBB.
yeah,
So basically, like when you do a CPA show, it's like regional show. You do regional, right? You win the regional
yeah.
show, you place top three, you qualify for national show.
Top three?
So yeah, top three qualify for national. So once you do the national, you have to win your class. Also, you have to win all world championship to get a pro card. So you get one pro
Oh,
card for. So that's like it's like very high, right? So I Jamian did NBC, so he called for national. He compete there too. But his league is very different, like in terms of he's an open show, right? So caliber is very different than me. It's like a lot of
yeah.
people up there. It's like yeah,
How do you see Jaman doing in like next like how do you see him like as you don't have to put an expectation on him, but just from seeing his progress and seeing his work and physique, like how do you see him going like next 5 years, you think?
I see Jamian, like to be honest, like only person like the person who can get a pro card. I feel like Jamian has the everything, like structure wise. He does man physique, and then look at his bag, like huge bag. Like shoulder width is so big, small waist, big chest. In the game for a long time, he's healthy. Like everything's good, going well. And as the time goes, I feel like he's the highest caliber we have right now, or actually competing. And so yeah, for me, he's one of the best right now. Yep, I think he can do it. Yeah, he's only person.
Dude, that's
and,
amazing, man. I
and
didn't know
he's a
they
great
you
bodybuilder. He's not active on social media much, and you can see like he's a truly like loves bodybuilding. Like I sometimes I don't even see his post for many months, and then suddenly he posted like he's just a different person. You can see how much work he's
yeah.
putting on, right? And then he really love what he does. And then and Paulin works with him right now. I believe they work together. Uh,
Do you guys ever message or talked? Uh,
Jamal, yeah, he's been very like very supportive of me. And when I got injured, he sent me long message. I was not feeling good that time, so I did not get
yeah.
back to a lot of people. I was just like, okay, I need to stay away from social media, so I get away. But he messaged me consistently, like, uh, you know, making sure I'm good, always support me, always give me like positive feedback. You know, uh, to be honest, like when I get a message from like Jamyang and like Paul Den, and like hey, looking amazing, it means a lot to me, because I look up to them, right? So and I knew they. When I remember Jamyang, when I first posted, Jamyang said like, oh, you have very good structure, you look amazing, and like that boosts my confidence like right up there because I look up to them, right? So so I do talk to them. Yeah, I talk to them consistently. And yeah, when I see their posts, we talk to each other, we comment each other, and I always respect them. And Shabalden, obviously, we always connected. Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
And
that's amazing.
yeah, he's always there for me. Like I remember, like coaching time, he never charged me a single amount of money. To be honest, like
Wow.
it's very expensive, and I like zero money to be honest, and that's means a lot to me. A lot of people don't know. I share many times, and I always tell he working like like helping me out even during the show. Like he got up super early, like to helping me out, answer question everything, and like who does that, right? Like like so like how can you not give 100% when someone really cares about you that much, right? So that they I always have a respect, for them for helping me out. And so yeah, I always talk
Dude,
to them.
that's amazing, man. Paulden has helped you for free, man. Don't tell
Two
nobody.
years,
I'm gonna cut it off
two
because
years,
people
two
think that
years.
it's free. Yeah, people probably
I
now
know,
like if they watch the
not just
podcast,
me,
wow.
not just me. He helped out many people, but the thing is, some people can't do it. So
Yeah.
he like he sent them meals. People don't follow it, and they just and then you lose connection with him, right? So when he does that, he sent me a diet for 1 month. I did every single thing. He was like, "Wow, you really finished the task I given you." Yes, I did, and then the trust began, right? And we're just doing
Yeah,
it,
it's
doing
like a
it. Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z. Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z? Like you just
yeah,
do
yeah,
certain
yeah,
training and then you go to the next level, and that's
yeah.
how
I mean,
Paulden is.
yeah, it's very generous, very helpful. I even helped one kid from Toronto too. I helped him. I think I posted on my Instagram. I helped him lose like 40 pounds. Like I did not even. We talk about money. Like he said, he's gonna pay me, but I didn't even bother to be honest. I was like,
Damn,
okay, that's
that's
my
amazing.
gift. Yeah. So, but I can like it's hard. I don't even do online coaching. I try to do it, but I realize it's very hard doing a full-time job, and then it was hard for me to dedicate full amount of time to helping others. And I don't want to take money and not able to give the service they're looking for, right? So I was telling them to go
Yeah,
to public question. Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like, I mean, come on, shout out to Paulden. If you
Yep.
need a coaching and you have money, it makes sense that you get the service from Paulden. I mean, who's been doing
Yeah.
it for years.
Years
And
and
you
years.
forgot one thing. You forgot the one person, man. Dude, you remember Lobsang, the bodyguard of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama?
Yeah,
He's
I
like the
remember.
Mister.
Yes, I remember. I remember. I didn't follow him that much, to be honest.
Yeah,
But honestly, I didn't follow him that much to impact me, to be honest.
yeah,
In terms of bodybuilding, I didn't have specific inspiration to make me do a bodybuilding. As I
yeah,
mentioned, it's just
yeah.
self-driven. But the people who actually helped me to get where I am has always been Paulden, who
Paulden,
actually
yeah.
there, and obviously Jamian, giving a positive feedback, encouragement. So that's why
Did he ever came to your show, like, or it just
Paulden.
like he?
No, it was hard
Because
for
it's
him because
too
he lives
far,
in,
right?
yeah. So Paulden
New
lives in
Mexico,
New Mexico, and
Albuquerque.
yeah, but then we just stay connected online, and then everybody has a coach over there. I have my headphone on, talking all then. But we plan to meet on this year August. Actually, when I was supposed to do a national show this year before I got injured.
Wow,
We
dude,
plan
it's a
to,
bummer, man.
yeah.
Could
Hey, so it is what it is. But
It's a life, yeah, it's the life, man. You
yeah,
sometimes you have setback,
yeah,
you just go through it and you get better. Dude,
yes,
what do you have learned from like the past show that you could have done it better? I mean, you won, obviously. I'm not saying like you did anything wrong or anything. Like, is there anything that you have learned from your first amateur bodybuilding show that you can take away?
yeah. I the best thing I would say uh the first show when I did the expectation no, don't pressure yourself too much. Put in the work. Don't expect too much result for something that you can't have control over, right? So, and you're gonna enjoy the process more. Focus on journey, the work you're putting in, and try to take as much as um, lesson, or try to absorb as much as emotions, all these things from while you're working out, or while you're trying to be better yourself, rather than just focusing on I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna win the show. I feel like they're gonna create more stress. You're gonna enjoy less thing, so for me, just expecting less was the best thing for me that time. So because if I win, even I play second, I'll be so happy that day. Even third, I'll be happy, to be honest. So that was a big difference for me. Just enjoy your always focus on progress, just and I feel like small steps. That's why we do weekly check-in. So we do 1 week at a time. So I remember asking Coach Chipaldin, yo, Coach, how much I'm gonna weigh during the show. He said, don't worry about it. So I was thinking about, what I gonna look on the stage. He's like, no, let's focus on the week by week. So every week. So those are things I learned. I always have to focus on one step at a time. Things like that.
Yeah, man. So since you did I mean, you did the pro, now you have probably like, I mean, not the pro, but you did the first show, and your
Yeah.
training has probably changed, right? Like, how's your training looks like now, like compared to a couple years ago?
Now it's worse. Obviously I'm dealing with the injury right now.
And not that one. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that, yeah,
Now, not last year, after April to January, my training was very good. I was super strong in the gym.
yeah.
I was
How's your
doing
training? Is that like a pro split or
full
like
split.
pull
I'll do
back?
I'll do bro split, but basically I'll do because my back was a little bit weakness. My legs was good, but my hamstring, my chest need to come up, and my back especially need to come up. So I would this that time I really focus on changing my, focusing back. So we're doing a lot of like two back movement, two back session in a week. Hamstring I was doing three times in a week to bring that up.
Wow.
Yes, and and I remember at the peak off season, I was like in December. I was big, and I can see my back was like full, and like I was super excited to cut it down. But the training was mainly focused on my weakness instead of so going to gym was like it was fun because I have a goal, right? Like next year, August 2025, I'm gonna do national and kill it. And the training was actually like more intense. I was like giving everything, and doing something that I don't like to do because I don't like doing hamstring a lot of exercise, but I have to do it because of competing. Normally I
Because
just
of the
like chest day.
classic. Was that were you trying to do classic? Because men's physique, you don't need the legs, right?
No,
If
I
you,
didn't do men's physique. I my goal like classic
yeah.
physique that where I did very well. I won the show in classic physique. So the classic physique you need to show your like legs too, right? So my physique is weird. Like when I wear shorts, like I look normal. Like when I wear like a trunk, when I show my legs and whole body, it just look better. Like it's more complete than just showing upper body, right? So something that's where my strength's at. I'm not like biggest guy, anything like that, but I'm just more like complete, I guess. Yeah, structure wise, yeah.
So do you just follow the coach, Coach Walden, or like because nowadays you got like science-based training and like bro science and like
Yeah,
some like you do it for a while, you can pretty much like learn everything by yourself, like from your mistakes and stuff. And now you got the science-based tells you like all of the things that you get maximum effort, like maximum results and stuff. Like, how's your training philosophy, like generally speaking?
I mean, now
It's a complex question, but yeah,
not really actually because like I don't know that much to answer this question like absolute. I feel like there's no absolute answer for anything.
yeah,
Pe- And that's a mistake people think, right? People always says do three set is the best, do four set is
yeah,
the best. I think fitness became so overly complicated all the time. It's like ridiculous. Like kids here, they don't have like their physique hasn't changed. Like they're just starting, okay, and they asking question like, how can I build my lower lat? And
yeah,
they're so focused on those things where the basics is not there yet. When I was working out, like when I was like 18, I remember going to gym. I literally asked the biggest guy in the gym, like, "Hey, you have a nice chest. Like, what should I do?" The guy asked me to do a flies, do a bench press, dumbbell, do a push up. Like it was very simple, like simple things. Now I feel like it became so complicated. Even myself, like I got into that loophole, right? I was trying to do so many different things, instead of like doing my coach's program because I try to switch a little bit. That's something I really
yeah,
enjoy. So my philosophy, honestly, like I always believe in like intensity should be there when you work out. I always believe in like getting a good pump from workout. Like I don't if you're not let's say if you're doing chest, if you're not stimulating the chest, you will know you're not feeling the pump. I feel like if you're not getting pump, you're not doing it properly. That's what I believe in. I believe training science based or like old school way. You should always mix. Why not just mix it, instead of just saying, if you some people say dumbbell incline press the best, there's nothing better than that. Or you can mix it, you can do incline smith press, incline something. You can always mix it. You get a better result, right? And certain things, yes, you can do high volume on certain things. Like I always do high volume on the arms, lateral raise. Those are you can. I wouldn't go too heavy on lateral raise. I would go lighter, slower, and like do more volume. Rather than if I'm doing squat, I'm not gonna do like 40 reps of squat. If I would rather do like 12, 14, like that area. I would prefer there. So I always like to mix it up, like mix it up, and then try to do all the training, try it, you experiment it, you'll see results, and then based on that, you choose something that you like, or you can do hybrid, you can mix it up. And if you ask people who've been working out for a long time, you can see them like they have different things. Sometimes they squat heavy, sometimes they do hack squat very light. They know what they're doing. They did something that's very unique to them, right? So always try it out. Try it out. If you don't like it, move on to next one. So that's okay.
Yeah.
If you're a
And
beginner, if you're a beginner,
yeah,
anything
that's
you
what I
do,
was
you're
gonna
gonna build
ask.
much. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Because if somebody like wants to get fit, they don't want to necessarily follow bodybuilding. They just want to get fit. They're super busy. Maybe they got like three days a week to train, maybe 1 hour a day, and they're like, "What should I do?"
So, so that's a very good question because I know we've been talking about like like bodybuilding stuff, but in
Yeah.
terms of I know many Tibetan like so many people always ask me like and like, hey, I'm trying to lose weight, help me out. So I do answer a lot of questions to them. For me, I think like weight loss, we all know the answer. If you ask anybody, what do you do for the weight loss? They will answer you. I need to eat less calories. I need to work out. But the only thing is like, there's always something that is holding them back. So, such as if you're in school, it's hard for you to get a workout. If you have a kids, it's hard to go to gym. If you have a busy work schedule, right? So that will create a lot of like obstacle you losing the weight because you get stressed, you will eat, or you not go to gym, things like that. So I feel like weight loss is such an easy concept, but like people should really focus on like time management, right? That's a key part when it comes to weight loss, because if you're working 6 7 days or 5 days in a week, right? And if your workout routine is 2 hour, would you go to gym? No. Before you even go to, you be like, damn, I need to go to gym, but you're gonna take 2 hours. Then I have to take my kids out. It's not gonna work out. So you give up before even going, right? So I always tell people to find out like look at your schedule, how busy you are, and see what kind of workout you can put in. So my suggestion is, so sometime I know my friend, he go to gym twice or once in a week. When he goes, he spent 2 3 hours, and then what happened is next time I call for gym, I have work at 7 o'clock, but invite him gym at 4 o'clock. So mentality is gonna take me 2 hours. He doesn't even show up in the end, right? Now, if you create a workout that's only 30 minutes, you would go. Yeah, I'll go to gym. It won't take that long. So I feel like time management is very important, and make a schedule that's suitable for your schedule, like whatever your life going on, make it suitable. So it could be anything, right? So you can do like 30 minutes, but 30 minutes 3 times in a day. It could be 30 minutes upper body, 30 minutes lower body, and 30 minutes you can do like a walk or something and do it consistent, right? And there's a term called, not for bodybuilding, for like people who want to lose weight, something they should focus on is a consistency or intensity. So you rather do, if you go to gym, okay, 20 minutes every day, 7 days, you versus one guy doesn't go to gym. When they go to gym, they go spend an hour. If you combine the total minutes, compare, you went to gym more than him, right? But it's only 20 minutes you went. But that's what I mean. Like you should always look for like something that is suitable for you. So I would say if you're starting it, a lot of people when they're trying to lose weight, what they do is they have all the answer. I need to diet, I need to eat clean, I need to work out, I need to do a cardio. What happened is they try to do everything at once. And the first day, what happens? You just overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, this is too much. I'm done. And that it can that's why you keep losing, right? So I would say when you first started, just started like start going to gym. Your goal should be not even that at this point. If you're trying to lose weight, okay, if you're way overweight, your goal should be like this. Hey, I've never been to gym for 4 years. I need to go to gym. I'm gonna spend 20 minutes 3 times in a week. Start with that first. And you will lose weight because that's your goal. You start small, right? And you achieve that goal, and then you next time you go 30 minutes 3 times in a day. 3 times in a week. And diet wise, very simple. Say like if you eat a lot of food from outside, you'd be like, my plan would be, I'm gonna stop eating from outside. I'm gonna try to cook myself something. Could be anything you want to cook. but your goal should be something you cook, you know what you put in, right? So you be more cautious what you can put in. So I always tell people start very small. Never try to implement everything once, right? There's so many ways you can do it. You can do, if you have busy schedule, something which is very good is upper day and lower day. So what you do, you train everything upper. Do one chest exercise, you do one back
Yeah.
exercise, you do one arms, you do one shoulder, one tricep, go home. That's it. One set each. It will take you half an hour. Next day you come, you do lower, you do hamstring, legs, everything you need to do, do it. Third day you take rest, then do again. Again, lightweight, nothing crazy. Just start small. Or you can do push pull legs, push pull legs. You can do first step any pushing movement. Pushing involves your chest. You do one dumbbell press, like chest press, incline dumbbell press, bench press, shoulder press. You do like a tricep, and then pull day you pull on your back, right? Pull movement, you
Yep.
do four pull movement, and then you do leg on the third day. So then, if you're busy, you don't have to go the other 3 days because at least you cover you exercise every muscle right in a week. Those are good strategy to do it. If you
Yeah.
right away, if you're trying to go 6 times in a week and you've never been to gym, it will be tough if you haven't been to gym for a long time, right? So start with small things, and as the time goes, like things will get easier. It's very doable. So you're able to manage the time, right? You're able to manage the time, and then what happened is you don't like going to gym. Then as you work out, you will see result one day, and then what happened is, oh, I look very good. I feel like I look better. Physically, you look better, and then you will start enjoying it. When you enjoy, it becomes habit. Once it becomes habit, it becomes passion. And then what happens is, no matter how busy you are, you will try to you will try to go to gym because now you love it. You needed it. So
Yeah.
so, but that's what I'm saying. I know like a lot of people have, I'm not married, so I don't have kids or anything, so I don't want to say too much. Some people used to say like, you don't know, when you
Yeah.
have a kid, you will know. And I promise you, when I have a kid, I will go to gym. I will write it down. Like I know. Like that's
Yeah.
like and I seen like some of the people I compete, they do master class where there's people who are above like 45. They have a
Yeah.
kids and they still in shape, and it's something you
Yeah.
should look up to, right? Like instead of like try to look for things like that. So it's all time management. I feel like if you can manage your time, and if I if I'm very busy, my workout will be changed. I wouldn't spend 2 hours in the gym. It would be 45 minutes 4 times in a week. That
Do
would
you think it's a good thing to do cardio or just workout? Like if somebody wants to beginner, they're like, should I do like just the cardio that's gonna because people think that the more you sweat, the more fats you burn, like the kind of mentality that people like that's the myth that everybody has it. Like I had it like when I was younger, as well.
I feel like uh, I wouldn't say it's a myth. I would say like when you ask me which one people should do, right? The weight, so basically in general summary, like to lose weight, there's a three tools like people can do, right? First is lifting weight, resistance training, right? It doesn't mean you have to lift heavy, just a resistant. Any training
Yeah.
that creates resistance, and that's called like weightlifting. You do weightlifting. That's the one first tool. Second tool is cardiovascular thing. It could be biking, walking, doing running on treadmill, whatever. That's called cardio, right? Third one is your nutrition. So these are three tools that helps you to either you put on a muscle or help you to lose weight, right? Now, if you think about it, if you're playing chess, would you use just one thing? No, you will try to use all three to win the game. So exactly like that way, right? So when you first started, obviously don't use everything at once. You can mix it up. So you lift weight. When you lift weight, it creates a hypertrophy. You're gonna build muscle. What muscle need? Muscle need energy. So when you eat food, the bigger you are, the more you can eat and you can stay lean.
Yeah.
So the muscle is very important when in weight loss journey. It's super important. And secondly, cardio. Yes, do a cardio, but don't do cardio every day. You can do 20 minutes or 15 minutes 3 times in a week. It's like split it out. It's like I will mix it up, right? And also promise is I when people cut down, they see people like getting shredded,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, oh man, if I do cardio, I'm gonna get shredded. But the too bad, what happened is when they get so lean, they still look skinny because you don't haven't built a muscle to look like that, right? So that's what I mean. Because I was 145 before I got in bodybuilding. I didn't have muscle, but and I looked my face was puffy, my skinny arms, skinny legs, but I look skinny. What do you call it? Skinny fat, right? I was like that. Now like I'm like 175 right now. Like I'm trying to cut down a little bit. Like still like I don't have a stomach. It's always flat, and to reach like 155, I have to starve myself to get to 155. Before it used to be overweight for me. Now like to get 155, like I'll have my six pack coming out at 155 easily. So that's the difference, right? And I can eat more food and stay still in relative shape, so that's what I mean. When you build muscle, it's good for you. You can eat more food, you're stronger in the gym, and then when you get lean down, you look very lean and you can maintain that longer. So, and nutrition,
Yeah.
yes, start very
Yeah.
small step. Yeah, don't cut on too much calories. Start it very slow. Yeah, very
Yeah, I
slow.
was gonna ask that, like from nutrition perspective, like if someone is eating a food, like what is the best way to, like, just from the food, and maybe they doing like 30 minutes workout that you mentioned earlier, maybe 3 times a week, and from the food, like what they can do, like like do they have to just eat chicken or broccoli or all day, or like
No, not
just
really.
they not want to be a bodybuilder.
If you don't want to be like, I think like chicken breast is a good way like I know people think like they have to eat like chicken breasts and broccoli to get super lean. uh,
No, no, no. I'm just
but
saying, like, if people, like the regular people, like just like
regular
we
people,
mentioned
okay,
earlier,
okay.
yeah, they want to, like, let's say they want to get in shape. Maybe they work out, like you mentioned, 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a
Yeah,
day, maybe 3 times a week. And from the
yeah,
food, like, what kind of like nutrition they you think it's a good start?
good start. I would say like in the food like nutrition, like the three like macros, right? So you like carbohydrate, and you have fat, you have protein, right? Those are three macro nutrients we have, right? So when you're eating food, like obviously the biggest mistake you see in the weight loss is like they try to remove as much of food they can, and then they eat less, and they eat like 2 meals a day. What happened is they will do well till evening, and they get super hungry later on and start binge eating, right? So it backfires in the end. So my advice is like when you start like weight loss, like try to eat like small portion, but more frequently. So you can start with the breakfast in oatmeal like toja, right? Like it's a very good food. Start with the oatmeal. Get some oat milk. That's a carbohydrate, has a fiber. It's a good way to start. And then you can with the now that's those oatmeals are carbs, right? So you need some protein. You can start with the egg. You can have two eggs. You can start with that. So from egg you get protein and you get fat. That's like a proper like breakfast, right? So you can have that, and the lunch. Then you try to have snacks. Is from breakfast till lunch. You can have snacks. It means you can have like you can have a Greek yogurt, a yogurt. Those are fine to eat, right? Have those things. And lunchtime, you can have um. I know. When I say rice, a lot of like people think rice is very bad. That's very like rice is never bad. Rice is a clean carbs, and so portion control is more important, right? You have a little bit of rice, have veggies, have meat as in like try to eat like a white meat, like chicken, fish. Those are good way to eat, and you can marinate too. You can put some sauce, some masala if you like. Those are fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not the masala; it's the oil you be putting, right? Those has more calories. Masala has 0 calories. It just a lot of masala has 0 calories actually. A lot of seasoning has 0 calories. It does have a lot of sodium. That's about it. But other than that, you can add those things. Try to make food tasty, appealing. um, so yeah, try to eat snacks, as much as you can in between. And dinner, you can have a light. You can have salad with the ground chicken. Those are good. Mix it up, things like that. So I wouldn't say like. So it could be anything. I would say portion control is very important. You can eat like a. You can eat a
Just
chicken breast. chicken breast and broccoli and rice. And if the portion is too big, then you put on weight too, right? So
Yeah.
that's the difference, right? So it's a
So
portion
whatever
size.
you eat, just maybe like reduce it a little bit by a little bit, and just
Yeah,
moving
portion. Yeah.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so when
portion
you eat a
control.
meal, like when you eat a
Yeah.
meal, like I used to do that too. When you eat a meal, you should feel more energized when you eat a meal.
Yeah.
When you eat a meal, you should never feel sleepy. You should never get tired. I know I done it before. When you eat and family think, oh, I don't want to move. That means you went way overboard, right? So now, like
Yeah.
when I eat a meal, like you feel ready to go to gym. You feel energy, So that's why you should like never try to like eat too much. When you feel like a little bit full, that's it. You're good. Yeah, and eat
You think
salad
that doing that is gonna eventually reduce the fats? Maybe you do that easily, slowly, and just
slowly,
do it for a
slowly.
couple months, and it's gonna be effective, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you're saying
yeah,
for a
it will
regular
be
person.
effective. Yeah, it will be effective, and that becomes habit because any plan you make, it should be sustainable, right? Once you lose fat, but people forget once you lose weight, you're gonna come back if you don't maintain, right? So imagine if your plan is so complicated, right? So hard for 2 months,
Yeah.
you put your whole mind towards it, and then when you have a little bit obstacle in your life, let's say your work get busy, you have some family issue going on, you can't keep up because your plan is so complicated. So you have to sustain fitness. Lifestyle is like it's just a lifestyle you want to do forever, right? So that means your plan should help you to like plan should be sustainable, not just quick fix. You see some people lose 40 pounds doing like crazy like dieting, and then 2 years later they go back to it again and they try to do it again. They just can't because it's super hard to do it again, right? Like I cannot stay in the show ready. Like remember like the picture last year April, and people
Yeah.
like, oh, you look good, stay like that. No, I can't. It's super hard to stay like that forever, right? So you have to think about those things, right? So I
Yeah,
would say,
dude,
yeah, just
it it
keep it
makes sense,
simple. Yeah,
like if it's
yeah,
easy, if it's manageable, you just do it over and over. It doesn't feel like effort, it's just like part of the process. You just wake up and it's like waking up, you just wake up and you do what you have to do.
yeah.
And dude, it's amazing, man. It's maybe if somebody's watching this, just do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Just do
mean,
it.
obviously, like the another thing is like being patient, right? Like
Yeah.
I made the same mistake. I remember doing diet for 2 months, and I'm like, I've been doing for 2 months. I can't see my abs, and like, you know what I mean? So like, and I even
Yeah.
still now people message me like, "Hey Joe, I've been doing the back exercise for 6 months. I cannot, it's not getting bigger." Like, and I realize I so many professional bodybuilders that spend 5 to 6 years to build like certain body part, right?
Yeah.
It takes time, and that's why people like bodybuilding. Imagine if you go to gym for 2 months, if you can get a six pack, big chest, big, there's no value to it. This is people won't do it anymore. It's very super hard to build muscle, like for some like that's why it's fun because you're trying to achieve that, right? So it's not easy. So just be patient, like focus on work instead of trying to get a result. I still get message from people, "Hey Joe, I'm trying to build a pull up. My lat is they call it wings, right? Lat, my wings is not
Yeah.
coming." And I
Yeah.
said, I've been trying for 2 years and mine is still not growing. And but just go to gym, try to get strong, enjoy the session, rather than thinking about the lat. It will come one day. I don't know when, but it will come. So just enjoy it. Yeah, that's the fun part. So
Dude, talking about enjoying the life, I mean, I don't want to spoil you because you said it, you you don't want those expectations wherever you put it on yourself or others put it on you. But at the same time, and you must have a plan, right? You said you supposed to do the NPC and then something happened and all this setback happened. I mean, that's a
yeah,
part of life, you just get a
yeah.
setback and you grow from that. What do you see yourself? I'm not saying like crazy plan, but like reasonable plan that's like you do the NPC show and then win it. Like what's your plan like within next couple of years at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly like
Yeah, I
I was
mean, yeah.
the plan
Dude, I
was
don't
like
want to put you the pressure as well, but
no,
yeah.
no, no, like obviously I'm much like ever since the injury, like I'm I still go in the gym. I'm still making progress. Like, 3
Yeah.
months when I got injury, I was like, I was down because gym was so important to me. And I was like, man, I'm done, man. Like, I can't even compete. Something's taken away from me that I really enjoy doing it, right? I worked so hard like whole year last year just to be on stage this August, and now I cannot. And it was very like tough for me. But as I think after 3 or 4 months, I did speak with my coach. My coach said, it's okay, your time will come. Then I go back and forth with like, oh, should I pursue bodybuilding or should I just like give it up? And I went back and forth, to be honest. And then which was good for me because once I nothing but competing, I start going to gym, like working out and doing like a lot of rehab, and I start making progress better right now because I cannot do 100 pounds, but I can do 50, but I will enjoy it. So I was doing it's getting better. So in terms of plan, like maybe like I'm getting surgery in like April 2025. So that means after surgery, I'm out from gym 3 months, I would say. So next year, October, next year, October 2025, I can go to gym like fully trained, like 100%. So from October 2025, that means I have to rebuild again, right? So I have to eat. So everything's I was I need at least a year to get back where I was before. So my plan would be like, if things goes well, like my plan will be 2027. Like I will compete again, but that time I will do 5 to 6 show in a row. So my plan is to, if I, yeah, if I feel better, like I know I'm gonna do like, and I'm not that young. I'm not like 26. I'm 31, right? So by the time it's like 34, I'm gonna be my peak as well. So I'll do 2027. I'll stick with my coach again. Let's talk to him and do all the regional basically around the Toronto and try to win. My goal is to win. To be honest, when I come back, like I want to win every show that I miss. I want to win everything, and then do a national and then see where I'm standing. And I should be good in that time. Like maybe I'm not sure if we're gonna win or not, but regional, like I will win definitely anytime. Like if I go compete. Even now, like I'll be honest with you, even when I was injured, I was looking good. Like I was big. If I could go to the gym, like do a push up and like get lean down. But my problem is competing is never my passion. Working out is my passion more. So I talked to my coach like, what's the point of going to gym? Because when you diet down, you're so tired, right? Gym, like lifting is the only thing you enjoy. So I cannot do that properly. So why just compete, right? So my 27, I want to do as much as show I can. So from starting from April to November, I want to do a lot of show. And there's one show called Mr. Classic Ontario. There's like a different federation. I definitely want to win that in 2027. And I'm sure I will, and then I want to win that for sure. And from there I'll go. I'll see where my life at that time, and then I'll go from there. Because I think it require to be a pro after pro, like it require a lot of things, like anabolic will be involved. I'm not sure like if I'm at their stage, it's your life decision, right? So whether you should do
Yeah.
it, and it's not easy. And obviously you can't just do it for fame. Like people will be there for you when you are like killing it, right? And then once something happened, they're all gone. Like only your loved one will be there, right? So I think that's why I really need to focus on like, is this something I really, really want to do it? Right now I'm natural, I'm healthy, everything's going well. But if I really want to take it further, like involve other things as well. So I'm not ready for that, but I am ready. 2027, which is what, 3 years now. So I will compete.
Yeah.
I will compete again for sure. Yeah, and do it.
Sure, man. That's
But
crazy. Yeah.
I just
There's
want to
so
do
many
it.
things. Yeah. There's
I just
so
want
many
to do
things
it
they
because
make.
I should have done
Yeah.
more show last year because I was really looking really good. Now like looking back, like I should have done more. But it was my
What,
first time.
what stopped you from doing it? You just like, oh, you just
What
finished
stopped
that
me?
show and you're like, yeah, or you
I stopped
just
it
like
because
enjoy.
I remember once I finished the show, like judges told me, go do a national. You're gonna place top three right now. That's what judges told me. They're like, you're looking
Wow.
amazing. first time top, this is a huge achievement. I said, really? They say, they say yes. And I said, but if you want to do very well, you can build your back a little bit better and come next year. And I was like, yep. And the national was my in my eyes. The qualify was not even a problem for me anymore at that time because I win the overall championship. So I have no problem qualifying for the show anymore. So I was like, I when I go like I wasn't even worried about that anymore. So that stopped me because if I stay lean so long, I can't build, right? So
Yeah.
I had to go straight on full off season from April for the next year, and that's unfortunate. It happens. But I think it's a good I would say like good thing is I think it's a lesson as the time goes. I was like, yes, I got injured, but it also helped me to chill down a little bit. And then I feel like when I come back 2027, I feel like I'll be much better. Like physically, mentally, everything I'll be better. So I'm gonna come in 2027, do as much as show I can, and then win things that I missed. That's why so I'm doing the same. I might do the same show again that I won. So I want to do that. I come back 4 years and come back, and that time I want to like document everything because I did not document much when I went to show. I didn't even bring I didn't even record like I was by myself, so I wasn't able to record much. But this time, like when I go back, I really want to record everything and then put it out there. So just hopefully inspire people more to do show. So.
Dude, I think you showed enough because remember seeing like those before the stage, like all those process. I mean, I saw clips of you doing the show, which is enough.
Yeah.
I think you probably can do more, but looking back, dude, it's amazing, man. I can't wait to see your comeback. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not a comeback, but you already won the show, so
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to
next
like.
domination.
It's just nothing to prove, to be honest. I just wanted
Yeah,
to do it for fun. It was supposed to be only one time show. So again, as I mentioned, once I get surgery, I'll see where my life at.
yeah,
I personally, I'll be honest with you. I like to be a little bit skinny, like stay lean all year. That's how I like to stay. I
yeah.
don't like off season look. I feel like I don't feel good. I'm eating a lot of food, lifting, and after that, I was like, damn, I look so like chubby. But personally,
Yeah,
I like to stay lean, like skinny, like fit. I
yeah,
like that personally. So I'll go. Yeah, most likely I will compete because I know that even now when I'm injured, I still go 5 times in a week now. Like even I'm still doing my cardio. I'm still eating my meal on time. Even I know that I'm getting surgery in April. Like I'm gonna lose a lot of muscle, right? Like a lot of people, like some people would give up. Like, what's the point of going to gym if I'm getting surgery on my shoulder? Why would I train it, right? I still train it because I love it. Like, that makes me keep going. So yeah, most likely, yeah, I want to come back, like compete one more time and then do more show if I feel good, if my joints are good. But I don't want to push it too much if I'm getting injured. Or maybe like um so in the meantime, like if someone wants to compete, I will wanted to help, like any advice they need, like always wanted to help. So I hope more Tibetan like youth, I hope they compete. I think it helps, them a lot, so I wish they compete and get involved in the sports as much as they can. Or just the fitness, just train, so keep them away from all the parties, drinks. It will really help them to stay disciplined. They will learn how to cook. They will learn, a lot of things. Yeah. So any sports actually is good.
yeah, dude. That's amazing advice, man. It's a discipline. It takes a lot of things. You have to take it seriously, and I mean, even if you're just doing it for fun, it just takes away from the bad stuff that you probably gonna do. Or man, I can't wait, man. I'm super excited. Seeing back, maybe we're gonna see back earlier. Who knows? Earlier than 2027, maybe in 2027. Man,
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to say thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it
All
for
right.
your time, taking this
Thank.
time.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. And I
And if
again I
it,
mentioned I was very happy. Like I'm feel honored to be called here, and I'm also
no,
happy that you are doing a podcast. You're starting your own
yeah.
thing. That's really good. And I hope you bring a lot of awareness about not just me, like different Tibetan people doing well in certain, like, in the field, so I'm glad you bring this awareness, and then it will definitely help a lot of young generation, like, oh, this person is doing this, I want to be like that. So I hope that helps as well. So you should keep it up as well.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
All
Appreciate
right,
it,
thank
man.
you.
I
All right,
can't wait to
take
see you
care.
back.
All right, thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.